In this tutorial, I'm going to be talking you through arithmetic operators and how they can be used in PHP to perform arithmetic operations on different variables. So the first thing I'm going to do is create two variables. The first one is going to be called num1. I'm going to make this equal to 10. The second is going to be equal num2, and this is going to be equal to 2. Now, the 6 or 7 arithmetic operators that you can use within PHP are plus, minus, times or multiply, which is an asterisk, and divide, which is a /. Now they're the sort of main ones. The additional ones we've got a modulus, which is a percentage sign, and this will give us the remainder of two numbers. And we also have increment and decrement as well. So this will increase a number by 1, and this will decrease a number by 1. So let's just get rid of them. The first example we're going to show is I'm going to create a variable called result, and this is going to equal num1. We're going to put our arithmetic operator here, so I'm going to say plus, for example, and then num2. Don't forget the semicolon at the end of your line. So result should now equal 12 because we're adding number 1, or num1, which is 10, and num2. So what we can do is we can come down here and echo out result. Now if we open up our browser and refresh our page, you can see that we're outputted with 12, which is in fact correct, because 10 add 2 is 12. Now we can go ahead and just dynamically change this. We can change this to minus, refresh, that should equal 8. There we go, we've got 8 outputted now to the browser. We can then multiply, so we can say 10 times 2, that's obviously 20, so we should be left with 20, which we are here. And these are all being stored in the variable result. You could automatically say echo out or directly echo out, but we want to store it because it's a lot nicer way. We've got it, then we can use it later on our program if we want to. I'm now going to divide, so 10 divided by 2 is just going to be 5. Now let's say we wanted to use the modulus operator. I'm going to create this as 10 and this is 3. So if I want to say 10 mod 3, so num1 mod num2, what this is going to do is going to say 10 divided by 3. Now 10 divided by 3 is obviously 3.3 recurring, so this isn't something we want to store in result. But what we do want to do is we want to give a remainder. This is what the modulus function does. It gives us a remainder. So result should equal 1 because we can divide 3 times, then we're left with one number, or the number 1, sorry. So let's refresh and you can see that we're left with 1. So that's basically how mod works. It's just your percentage sign within two numbers. Now let's just say I want to come back to something a bit more advanced. We're going to keep num1 plus num2, but then let's say I want to divide the whole lot by 2. Let's just change this to 2 again. So num1 add num2 is 12, divided by 2 should equal 6. Now at the moment this is going to take priority, this part of the operation is going to take priority. So as with any mathematical operations, the numbers in brackets, or the calculation in brackets, is going to come first. Now if we take away the brackets, we're going to say num1 plus num2 is 12, divided by 2 should equal 6, but in this instance we're getting 11 because we're saying 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then add 10 is 11. So that's just how that's going to work. But if we encase these in brackets, we've got this operation completing first, which is 12, then we're going to complete this operation, divided by 2 should be 6. So if we refresh, you can see that just by adding them brackets in, we've changed the whole operation around. Now this is really useful to note when you're programming, because you might come out with incorrect figures and then wonder why. And this is probably usually a direct result of you not using brackets where they're necessary, especially if you're not very good at maths like myself. So let's go on to something completely different, and we'll get rid of all of this. I'm going to create a variable called num1, and that's going to be equal to 1, and the result is going to be equal to num1 plus plus. Now this plus plus is exactly the same as equals num1 plus 1. So what we're doing is we're saying result is equal to num1 num1 plus 1. Result is equal to num1 plus 1. So instead of writing out num1 plus 1, we can simply just do plus plus. So let's do plus 1 for now. Refresh, that should equal 2, that's correct. Now let's change this to plus plus. You can see that it just, right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete the result part of it because this is how it shortens it. So num1 plus plus is going to increment our variable num1. So down here what we can do is echo out num1. So refresh, and that will equal 2. So this on its own is the same as, num1 equals num1 plus 1. And it's exactly the same if we just undo all that. It's exactly the same with decrementing by 1, so we can say minus minus, num1 is 1, num1 minus minus should take us to 0. Let's refresh, and there we go. So this was a short overview of the arithmetic operators in PHP, how they work, and as a fundamental part of working through not just equations but anything else, this is a really important thing to learn, so make sure you understand these.